Hello and welcome back to Dark Deity. This is Chapter 16, The Marrows. I'm going to start with Varic. Seems like he's speaking to Irving. Hey, good to be out of the mist, isn't it? Definitely. The clear sky seemed to have forward on the mum a little bit, which I think everyone's appreciating. How are you holding up? Well enough, all things considered. That's good to hear. You've been through a lot these past few weeks. More than I signed up for when I enrolled at the academy, that's for sure. But that's always how it is, isn't it?
What?
How do you mean? It was never like that before. No, but in all the stories we ever heard growing up, a good hero always gets more than he bargains for. I guess, but in stories you always know the hero can handle it.
Hardly.
Not necessarily. Did you ever study the great Sun Elf tragedies at the academy? So my story's a tragedy. That's reassuring. No, life is different, of course. More like being the author and the main character at the same time. I hardly feel that in control of anything. Fine, maybe it's more like being one of several authors. Do you think he knows we're coming? The necromancer? Whoever that was on the battlefields. I think he expects to see you again, and I think he'll be better prepared.
No kidding.
I think so too. In fact, I'm sure of it. Though I can't quite explain why. Well then, the only thing to do is be more prepared for him than he is for us. Your father would be proud. I'm flattered to hear those words from your mouth. That's probably as close to his approval as I'll ever get. That's not true, and you know it. Perhaps. It seems we could both benefit from giving ourselves a little more credit for our accomplishments. Perhaps. Well, I think I'm going to turn in. Ford needs me on deck bright and early tomorrow. Sounds good. And Garrick, I just wanted to tell you, I'm really grateful you're still here, after everything. You know, I get these moments sometimes that make me feel like the four of us are right back at the academy, like nothing has changed. I know what you mean. I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't either. Well, I'll leave you to enjoy the view. Beautiful, isn't it? But don't stare too long. I wouldn't want to wake up and find out you'd fallen overboard to be captured by wandering Alethir. Didn't you say you were turning in? Right. Hey, would you look at that? The priest lady finally looks up from her rocks to take in the sea. You really are the worst, Ford. What are you still around for anyway? Weren't you going to use us to extort your debtors and be off? Yeah, well, the financing from your beloved order should just about cover things. Besides, I think you guys are starting to like having me around. I wouldn't want to make anybody sad. No, just irritated, apparently. Only you, your holiness. Ugh. Hey look, dolphins. See how they breach one after another? I read once that this sometimes inspires the sailors' stories of sea serpents. Oh, trust me, when you see the real thing, you can tell the difference. Wow, I've never seen anything like that. They're majestic. Now what is this? That appears to be avian excrement. Accursed birds. Huh, that might be bad news for your row, but it's good news for us. You can't be too far from shore. How far do you reckon? With winds like this, not more than a day. Say, Sarah, you sure your guys will take good care of old Humpback? Seems like we might be gone a while. I couldn't live with myself if anything happened to her. Your ship will be safe in Aramore, Ford. You have my word. I just wish Aramore wasn't so far from Kirch. It'll be weeks before we get there. On the bright side, that's less than what we spent on the ship. It's just traveling on foot. Like criminals, it's completely different. It is, but this is important. My contract will help us get to the bottom of who's behind all that, or my contact will help us get to the bottom of who's behind all this. I know. Nothing beats the sea, huh, kid? We won't be fugitives forever, Alden. Once we've secured the aspects and stopped whatever's afoot, all of Delia will know what we've done. They'll understand. If by they you mean Varic, I hardly think he'd develop a sudden inclination for mercy if he's still king after all this. We'll see. Yes, we will. In the depths of Koali Sumash's temple, Irving meets the god himself. After passing the trial of soul, Koali Sumash entrusts Irving with the power of a huge trove of aspects. The party departs from the mist safely, headed back to Etlin. After the ardor of their voyage to Varroa, spirits are low. Each knows that a difficult journey lays ahead of them. They head for Kirch, where Vesta has an order contact who can set them up and give them the lay of the land. For some inexplicable reason, Faust continues to follow along. Oh yeah, that guy. who we have to promote now, I guess. What's your deal, man? Chaotic energy. Allies within 2 tiles gain 8% crit. Interesting. And just your aptitudes kind of trend towards strength, magic, speed, so boosting those seems nice. And I feel like your highest strength comes from Inquisitor. Your highest magic comes from Priest, who I've never made anybody into yet. And speed from Acolyte. It's kind of tempting to make you an Acolyte, but we already have one. Not that that matters, really. What do Priests do again? Righteous Horizon. Healing range increased by 1. That's pretty darn useful. And Light's River. Dodge bite increased by 15% of power. You know what? Let's try it. The Prodigal Priestess returns. It's good to see you, Vesta. And you, Irene, though I wish the circumstances were different.
Well.
Comes with the territory. Tavern chatter says you and your friends have set off across the sea. Never to return, I would hope. Depends on who you ask. Would you mind introducing yourselves? I feel like a rat in a steam house right now. I am Irving Sildarin of Brookstead. I keep saying Sildarin, but I don't think it's that. Sildarin? Maeve Leverin, Grand Inquisitor for the Mystic Council of the Expanse. Lincoln Voldosov, former captain of the Delian Army. Sarah Roan, third in line for the Airborne Throne.
Wait.
So, let me get this straight. The grandson of the Order's Grandmaster, right hand of Delia's former commander, the likely future Queen of Airmore, and the Mystic Council's favorite Inquisitor. That about cover it? Favorite is a stretch, but you're correct for the most part. I was hoping you'd catch us up on what we've missed in our absence. You might as well get comfortable then. I've been doing my best to track the one you'd warned me about before your departure. The Necromancer?
Hard to be sure.
Well, him too. Turns out there are a lot of shadowy figures traipsing about Delia causing havoc these days. The strangest thing is that everything worth tracking seems to operate out of Sojourn. Which, to me, means one of 3 things. Either Varic spies haven't noticed, haven't been able to stop it, or have been told not to stop it. I know Varic. If he caught wind of an unchecked conspiracy, he'd be tearing the country apart piece by piece to root it up. Well, he is. I'm just not sure the two are related. What do you mean? He's been accelerating timelines and work schedules for every construction project in Delia, most notably the aqueducts. He's destroyed several villages in its path and has conscripted their villagers for indentured labor. That's cruel. The purpose of a king is to protect his people, not use them to advance his own glory. If you've met the man, Irving, he's not who he once was. Please continue, Irene. Thousands of others who feel as Irving does have been imprisoned or indentured. They're reopening rural prisons that haven't been touched in decades. It's worse than we thought. Especially for the common folk, it seems no one is safe from Varic's wrath. That much is certain. This entire country is at its tipping point. Wish I had more information for you, but I can't find so much as a word on the Necromancer. What of the other sorcerer? The one that wiped out the armies at Swift Harbor? Every scrap of intel on that day points back to your group. Were you not responsible? No, we weren't. That's quite troubling. We're back to square one, then. What news of the war? Stalled for the moment. Neither king seems in any particular hurry to lose the other half of their army. Never imagined it would come to this, but King Varic strikes me as the most promising lead at the moment. It's unlike him not to investigate these occurrences. It's possible he's working with the sorcerer or the necromancer. Or worse, both. What about this prodigy you mentioned back in Chelibon? Care to elaborate? I wouldn't know how to, and I certainly wouldn't be authorized to if I did. It's not important, Lincoln, not right now. We're gonna have to go through Varic to get to whoever's behind this either way. We might as well make our peace with that. Irving's right. Right now, that whatever Maeve knows about this prodigy doesn't matter. Right now, whatever Maeve knows about this prodigy doesn't matter until we're ready for it. I think that's what that's supposed to say. How do we get started? First things first, we'll need a base of operations. We can sort out the rest from there. Any suggestions, Lincoln? You know better than anyone where Varic's men would be looking for us. I do know one place they dare not go. It's not far from here, actually. Speak of the Marrows. If you know of this place, you know it's best not to discuss it further until we arrive. We'll scare everyone half to death. Unless you have an alternative suggestion. No. You're already scaring me, Lincoln, but it seems we have little choice. I trust your judgment. Irene, thank you for your diligence. Your service does you great honor. Honor's nice, but it won't put me up with the platinum pony. You'll receive your payment from the order soon enough. In the meantime, leave no stone unturned.
Farewell.
I'll do what I can. Farewell. Hopefully we'll meet again soon. Okay. And we're thrown into the base. I guess we should check out our new aspect thingies. Let's check out the convoy. So I think Cannon's Flux we already had. So we have Ain's Premonition, Aspect of Fear, True Speed doubles when below 30% HP. Sounds risky. Malice's Suffering, Aspect of Pain, crit increased by 30%, defense and fortitude halved. Okay. Nyalum's Heritage, Mastery increased by 20% from the aspect of Lineage. Okay. Manos' Fury, hit rate is always 50%, power increased by 50%. Okay, that's gambling. 8th's Chill, grants 40% resistance to fire magic. Crisbel's Rumble, grants 40% resistance to storm magic. Lanhera's Whisper, which we had before. Coeli's Spirit, swaps defense and fortitude. Amadesa's Glade, fortitude plus 10 with no adjacent allies. Serathel's Sight, attacks mark enemies, increasing damage taken by 10% for 1 turn. Samaran's Shade, significantly lowers the rate at which enemies target the holder. Okay, that's useful probably. Jano's Stupor, dodge reduced by 60%, defense and fortitude increased by 10. Solaric's Rally, attacking and defeating an enemy heals nearby allies for 10% HP. Izen's Hope, grants 40% resistance to holy magic. Ankara's Glow, luck depleted to increased power, dodge, and true speed. Okay. Analeth's Scale, swaps defense and strength. Interesting. Quintare's Quill, swaps mastery and luck. Damina's Kiss, swaps crit and power. Katara's Cord, swaps accuracy and dodge. And then Yolundaria's Drift, magic depleted to increase defense and fortitude. Alright, I can see a lot of uses for some of these. Not so much for others, but I'll figure out who will get what later. I just wanted to show those off. And as for bonds, I feel like we can probably find something interesting to read here. Who's got bonds? Let's see what Irving and Alden have to say to each other. It's their A support, I think, at this point. Hey, Irving, what happened when we went in there? Did you actually talk to a god? I assume you're asking about the trial of the soul. When I entered the inner sanctum?
Yep.
Yeah, we all tried putting our ears against the wall. Well, most of us anyway, but we couldn't hear anything, just silence. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some magic at work suppressing the sound. The voice I heard was not quiet. It was as clear as I might sound speaking to you now.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy. I considered the possibility that I was losing my mind myself just as it was happening. Thankfully, I seem to have gotten on all right since. But to answer your question, I'm not sure who or what I talked to. All I know is that it claimed to be Koali Sumash, the god of the soul, and it was unlike anything I've ever encountered. And it's all real? The astral plane? The gods? The aspects? All of it?
Yes.
Everything we'd been through would lead me to believe that, yeah. Wild, I still remember when some of my friends at the academy started telling me all of that was just the stuff of fairy tales to get little kids to behave. If that's true, then I'm just as certain we're living in just such a fairy tale. So let's hope it's the kind with a good ending.
No kidding.
Yeah, let's hope. Whether or not we are may well be up to us to determine. If that's the case, I'll do everything I can to make sure it is. I put a fair amount of coin on that, Alden, if I were a betting man, that is. Like Garrick? Yeah, like Garrick. Alright. I'll read the rest of these on my own, and then we'll get to upgrading weapons. Alright, so before I upgrade weapons, let's check out Faust a bit. Or Faust. He has a bunch of holy water in his inventory, which I guess makes sense, considering that he's a priest. And we checked out his skills when we promoted him, but he's level 28, which puts him really close to promotion if level 30 is the promotion level, which I'm pretty sure it is, so we'll probably get some use out of him at least. I don't know if he'll use him in combat much, but we'll certainly upgrade his weapons just in case, I guess. Alright, so I upgraded Faust's power weapon from transfusion to rupture. It's a tier 4 thing, I guess, since it requires tier 4 tokens upgrade now. So, yeah, hopefully that goes well. Hopefully that wasn't a horrible mistake. These legs were meant for the sea, not the dirt. I don't think I could walk another 5 minutes, let alone another day. Well, looks like you won't have to. Yes, this must be it. This is it. I'm not sure the side of a mountain is the best place to make camp. No, not on the side of it, inside of it. There's an intricate system of caverns here and an entrance just up ahead. Ooh, exciting. Never been inside a cave before. We should be far from prying eyes here. The Dealing Army scouts are instructed to avoid this area at all costs. Why is that? For their own safety. For their own safety? And we're just learning about this now? What? No, I'm quite sure I think you might have left that part out, Lincoln. I see. Well, forgive me, but whatever their reasons, I'm sure it's nothing we can't handle. I hope you're right. Stay alert, everyone. Come on, let's take a look. Hey, check this out.
Wow!
Wow, what's this? Some kind of war room? Delian scouts had a presence in these mountains a very long time ago. Ford's mug is covering Lincoln's face. Do you think they built this? It's possible.
Whoa there!
That would explain the dust. It's perfect, like it was built just for us. Look, on the wall. Seems like someone's already mapped out a huge chunk of the caverns. There's something in this machine that's still burning. What is this?
Watch yourself.
None of your damn business is what it is. Fenton, you appear to be a dwarf.
To arms!
Weapons. Get your dainty fingers away from my map. A dwarf, it's a dwarf. The Delian army is afraid of a dwarf? Not just any dwarf, mind ye. Fenton the Troll Trampler, Goblin Grinder, and Hobgoblin Hobbler. I reckon I could put quite a dent in any army, with the right hammer, of course. Please, Fenton the Goblin Gobbler, I assure you we mean no harm to you or your people. My people? Even I mean harm to my people now and again. You really ought to meet some of them.
Right.
Oh, that's quite alright. No need for that. Well, there aren't any here now. I've got a taste for adventure as far as the dwarves go. Venturing this far south? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Not to worry, we're clearly the trespassers here. I'm sure we could find another place to set up camp. We'll be on our way. Well, wait. You said you were looking for a place to make camp? That's right. It is safe here. I have plenty of food and provisions. If you like, perhaps you could stay a while. For a price, naturally. The journey here has run us dry of our coin, I'm afraid. Then mayhaps you can repay me with a favor. What kind of favor? Well, I have a small problem. I spent the last few years tracking down my inheritance. Only I've had some trouble getting to it. You mentioned you were short on coin? Let me be clear. This here's my claim, but if you help me secure it all, I'll oblige you, say, a 10% cut. Fair is fair, after all, and a lot of you seem strong enough.
Don't get greedy.
Irving, if this inheritance is of any significance, it might just be the break we need.
It could work.
Fenton, if we assist you, might we be able to make this place a more permanent home?
Aye.
Of course. Once I've got what I came for, I'll leave the whole place to you. Oh, this is a real thrill. I've waited a long time for this. Come, I'll lead the way. Hang on, just what kind of problem are we dealing with exactly? You'll see, no time for chit-chat. Gold, platinum, silver, they don't rust. You can thank Varden for that. But copper corrodes. Best not to waste any time. Fenton, wait. Ah, there she is. Uh-oh. Minor dragonkin, not like the big ones out east. A dragon? And that's a small one?
Aye.
Aye, small, but fearsome nonetheless. I hope we get to pick our 10%, or what's left of it. If by we, you mean who's left of us. Friends, we have no reason to fear. We're more than capable and surprises on our side. Huh, I like how you put it. Well, I figure out a help in the slaying and whatnot. Can't risk you all dying and losing my chance at my inheritance. Of course. Okay then, we get, Fenton, the warrior, who we can choose to promote to Knight, Barbarian, Defender, or Dragoon. But what is his skill? Knight of the Mountain. Damage increased by 20% of his level. Okay, that's pretty solid, actually. As far as stats go, his aptitudes seem to be in the strength and defense areas more. Speed is kind of bad, but you can make good work out of this. I never tried Defender before, and I did make Hella a Knight, but I just kind of stopped using her for no particular reason. Yeah, I think I'm kind of inclined towards Defender. 95% defense growth is pretty funny, and, well, adjacent allies gain 20% defense, and advanced stats increase by 15% of defense. That's pretty solid. You know what? Let's do it. Well, we can't all be legends in our own right. Watch and learn, little man. Alright, so now that we're at the preps, I want to choose units, and I also want to distribute the new aspects to units that could use them well. Okay, so I spread out the aspects a bit that I got. Some of the aspects I've had, I've traded around since I gave some new ones to some units too. Most notably, I gave Sia the one that swaps crit and power, because I've been building her for crit, and she hasn't been getting a lot of crits, and it would just be nice to have her have a lot of power instead, I think. I'm just going to keep upgrading her push dagger just to see how broken I can make Sia, because why the heck not at this point. I also have a bunch of stat boosters, but I'm not going to give those out right now. I'm just going to see how well people do. And just to show you the map a bit, we'll just ignore that big red thing in the middle here and just look at how pretty this map looks. I feel it looks like a nice little cave to play in. And then we have this guy, level 30 dragon with 2500 HP. And he doesn't move and has just one range, so it should be kind of easy to exploit that, assuming that he doesn't have like a special attack that we don't know about yet. But anyway, I'm gonna save the game and get started. In the depths of the Marrows, the group comes across Fenton, a lone dwarf who leads them further still. To claim your base, you must slay the dragon who's long haunted the Marrows. Slay the dragon of the Marrows and claim 10% of Fenton's quote-unquote inheritance. Okay, well, let's get started. We have this guy who, yeah, he definitely has, fire breath, deals 25 damage, not 25%, just 25 solid damage. Alright, so the name of the game apparently is to get around to his sides and not get hit.
More work?
Yeah, he apparently just takes 44 damage regardless.
Stop poking me.
It's gotta be a reference to, like, real-time strategy games where you click the unit too much and they have a special quote. But, yeah, 44 damage regardless of where we keep him, so that's kind of risky. How about we stick Fenton here? 24 twice. Okay, well, Fenton's pretty fast, at least. And he only takes 15. And it gives adjacent allies more defense, so we could use that to our advantage for sure. Let's have Fenton go max distance here. Attack a bit with his strongest weapon. Ouch. Alright. I like the dragon. His battle spray is cool. Oof. I think it just takes 48 damage straight up from breath. How do we get hit by your tail instead? Or the claws? I guess we can't. We just get hit by whatever we get hit by.
This is justice.
Alright, well, we'll get some HP back at least. Good. Man, this is painful. How do we avoid taking so much damage? Well, I guess not being in his way will help.
Let's get going.
How does Caius do from up back here? No, he doesn't really get hit at all. Let's go for it. I know why the dragon's attack is called Tail in the preview, the battle preview, but it's called Claws when you're actually battling him. I guess that doesn't make that much of a difference. Well, assuming that Irving gets attacked after attacking, that could be pretty bad.
I'm here.
How does Samara do, by the by? Oops, we moved her too
I'm
far.
here.
Putting her here. Okay, she doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. That's understandable. Let's put Vesta here to heal Lincoln.
Do not lose hope.
Have Irving attack with his Trishula. Okay, now we're getting hit by the tail.
Father, give me strength!
And now we're doing a crit. Alright, we're whittling this guy down slowly but surely.
Strength is
And
the only
it's
path to peace.
Getting a solid level. It'd be nice to get him as close to 30 as possible, considering that we're kind of falling behind in that regard. Well, let's test out Rupture. That's pretty cool. And we dodge, so no need to heal at least. That's good. Alright.
As you command.
Not gonna attack with a Lionel and get hit by Fire Breath. Instead, we're gonna go around to the sides with most of our units here. Ouch. That's very painful. If we start with getting... Well, I don't think there's really a way to avoid taking counter damage. I'm gonna assume that the dragon's not going to attack any of these guys and just do Fire Breath next turn. Well, we'll see. Let's just use the Warbow here. Okay. And Alden can also do this. Ouch, Alden got breathed on. That's okay though, he'll maybe not get attacked. We'll see.
I've got a lot to learn.
Monroe's just going to burn this guy.
You crossed the wrong Valburen!
We'll use Samara to heal up Monroe now that he's taken a bunch of damage.
Huh?
And get Sophia around here to do some shooting as well. Slide Ren over to the side.
This should be fun.
Eric over to the side. Sia will keep out of range, and Bianca too. Then the dragon actually does attack and goes for Sophia, interestingly enough, although he could probably have killed Alden. I'm fine with this though.
I feel stronger. Do I look stronger?
Oh, the dragon gets multiple attacks.
Father, give me strength!
Uh-oh.
Father,
Well,
give me strength!
At least Irving's getting a lot of strength from his father, I guess. Alright, so the dragon gets 2 attacks, which I guess makes sense since he's the only enemy. Like, if the game is trying to be fair to the dragon, I guess. Not a problem, we'll just... Well, so crossbow does more damage straight up because it's a doubles, so I feel like we'll just use the crossbow here. And hopefully not get hit by breath. Okay, good. And Garrett gets a well-deserved level. 30 strength.
Proudly meeting expectations.
Absurd. Alright, make sure that Irving's healed up. And it appears that the dragon's gonna do Tail Swipe next. So being behind him is not a good idea right now, but luckily we are not behind him, so it doesn't
Let's
matter.
get going.
Let's have Kaias go up front and just cut this guy up. Alright. Have Vesta just heal up
We stand as one.
Alden, and then if we do that and we get hit, Alden goes down, so I'm not going to do that just yet.
Right away.
We'll just top Alden off with Lincoln.
We stand as one.
By your grace.
Get a decent level up on him. Have Alden do some magical shenanigans to this guy. Okay, and then Ren can get an attack in here, probably.
The wings of death unfurl.
Oh boy, here we go. Fenton can get some more attacks in here. And protects people near him with his defense ability. Let's see how Sia does with her new, oh boy, 26 damage. She gets 54 damage, but only 24% chance to hit her, so I think we can just risk this. She dodged. Great.
Can do.
Let's have Bianca have some fun with this guy.
Wrong day to play hero.
Very good. Let's have Faust heal up Sophia.
Get up, Buttercup.
And then Sophia can, I'll use the warbow. Get some shots in here.
Here goes nothing.
Oh, nice. Great. I think Monroe can afford to, well, if he takes 55 here and then does 39, he'll heal, like, 13 HP back. That's probably not good enough to survive. Not even close. How about we have Fei Lionel do some attacking? He's only going to take, like, 20 damage max because of his skill. So let's go for it. No, he dodged anyway, so no problem.
Onward.
Have Maeve do some damage here. Or Maeve. I think that name is pronounced as Maeve, but I've never actually known someone with that name, so I have trouble pronouncing people's names if I had never met someone with that name before. Or, like, read about a character who had it or whatever.
I will.
Yeah. So, one time in middle school, I called someone Penelope because their name was Penelope, and I had not known how to say that name until I met them. And Alden's gonna get breathed on, but he dodged, so we're all good. And Faust also dodged, okay. This battle feels a lot easier than it first seemed, I guess. Alright, now, okay, this is weird. Fearsome Roar, wait. Fearsome Roar deals 15 damage and disarms units, okay. And Stalactites immobilizes unit for 1 turn, so this square ring around him is going to be falling stalactites from the top of the cave, I guess. Wait, is it stalactites that are on top and stalagmites are on the floor, or is it the other way around? I don't remember. I think that's true. It would be weird if stalactites just pop out of the floor, right? So I think they're falling. Then Fearsome Roar deals 15 damage and disarms units. Alright, so being outside of this range is ideal, because if anyone gets immobilized, we don't know what the next range attack will be, and then we won't be able to account for it at all, so anyone that does 1 ranged attacks needs to back off at this point.
So it shall be.
Lionel needs to go here. Yeah, go there. Caius can go back. Yeah, we don't want to get disarmed either, so only 1 range attacker on this side, 1 range attacker on this side, basically.
Thought you'd never ask.
Let Varic do his thing. Oof, Varic actually got hit. Okay. Well, we need to heal him, but that's easy enough.
I won't let you fall.
Alright, then,
Don't mind if I do.
okay, Fenton has that accent, okay. Fenton can just wait there. Maeve can maybe get away with this. Yeah, if she gets hit You can heal her with Vesta. Okay, she got hits. We'll just have Vesta heal her up.
Draw near to the light.
The hunt is on.
Put Ren behind the dragon.
Let's do it.
You can stick all of them behind the dragon too. It's fine. Monroe can go back here and hit the dragon with some magic. I'm gonna let Samara heal up Monroe. We'll put Bianca in a safe spot. Sophia can do some shooting here.
Dynamic duo coming through!
Oh boy. Just throwing a ferret at a dragon to do some extra damage. And then
More work?
Foss can heal Sophia there. Sia can hide here.
I will.
Irving can hide here. And we'll see how this goes. Alright, so... He doesn't like Garrick. Understandable.
Sorry in advance!
Nobody really does. But he got...
Sorry in advance!
Okay, I like Garrick now, never mind. Okay. Garrick, good job. We need to heal Garrick again. Also, we're facing stalactites and stalactites. Just stalactites everywhere. And also a tail swipe from behind. No fire breath, though, so that's nice. How confident am I that I can do 938 damage this turn? Because if I can just kill this dragon now, that would be the end of it. But it's currently turn 4. I have done about 1,500 damage. So yeah, that's like 750. That's like 750 damage over the past 2 turns. And then half of that, 375. Now, I don't think I can do enough. Well, maybe. If I have Bianca just, like... If I have everybody swarm this dragon, get a lot of crits, it would work out eventually. We'll just play it patiently.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. We're going to attack resistance
Too easy.
as much as possible. And then see how much damage less we need to do. So... Okay, Alden needs healing now. We'll have Lincoln heal Garrick. Vesta heal Alden.
Fresh as a daisy.
Monroe can sneak around here and attack. And Samara needs to heal
Nice to see you on your feet.
Monroe. Sophia can attack with the warbow. Let's have Maeve go in front of the dragon and shoot. Actually, no, let's not do that. Let's have Caius. Let's have Maeve go next to Caius. No attack. Just have Faust go here and heal her up. For later. Fenton's moderately injured, but he does have food. How about you eat some of your food? Same with Eric, maybe? Do we want to attack? No, I don't want to risk that. Let's just heal you with an item real quick. Just have a spicy meatball. There you go. We'll get Ren out of the way. Irving, you're safe, you're safe, you're safe, you're safe, and you're safe. That's everybody, so we'll just end turn. Since we definitely can't do enough damage in melee to finish this dragon off. Until maybe the next turn. But I'm fine with this. Just 19 damage to Thaylanel, pretty good. Now, what horrors are here? Tail Swipe deals 20 damage, and Fire Breath deals 25. Okay, this is fine. We're gonna just attack as much as possible now. Monroe doing his thing. Alright, the dragon's down to 633.
Impressive. Is it
Okay.
not?
And then
Let's get going.
Caius is our best unit by far, so we'll just attack with him first, or next, rather. Fenton can close in again.
You're asking for it!
Oh boy. Okay, down to 487. That's pretty good. Ren can do a bunch of damage. So can Maeve. And so can Alden. Standing next to Fenton, he takes more damage than just staying back, so... That's just because he has higher fortitude against breath than he does defense against claws, I guess. Sia can help out.
This one's on the house.
Oh boy. Good.
Fine by me.
Alright, and then Irving can help out from here. Alright. Then,
As you command.
I think Lionel can definitely get some good hits in here. Ancient Blood kicking in to protect him. And he got a level up too.
From ember to flame.
He's finally got magic. That's good for him. Now, Sophia can help out even more. We're getting really close to killing this guy. I'm just gonna have Bianca attack from the front. I feel like we got this.
You're really gonna try me?
Yes, we do. 90 HP remaining. Very good. Lincoln can do Vow a couple times. This might kill if he crits, but if not... Okay. Then we just need to do 28 damage, and I know just the right person to do it. There we go.
Proudly meeting expectations.
Even more strength. And that's the end of that.
A true Valburin.
Yeah. We got 5,270 gold, Monroe's the MVP, and it only took 5 turns. That was pretty good. Fun little boss chapter. Great Sierra. No one's gonna believe this. I can hardly believe it myself. I can, and what a worthwhile reward this is. Feel free to help yourself to anything in that far corner there. It's all yours. That looks like more like 5% than 10.
Don't get greedy.
Nay, it's 10. Trust me, I've got a knack for these things. But perhaps I'm starting to feel like a nearly getting burnt to a crisp entitles me to a bit more than 10%.
Watch yourself.
I never renegotiate with words, only weapons, but if you insist... No, Fenton, that won't be necessary. I think that share will be plenty. Thank you.
Aye.
Yes, very good. I don't suppose I could load this all into a cart. Might take a few trips. Say, friends, would you have some time on your hands? I could use some help transporting all this back home.
Fool.
We have some rather important matters to attend to, dwarf. Why don't you call on some of your own kind? I wouldn't trust any of them with a hunk of iron. I suppose it's not out of the question, Fenton, but presently Monroe is right. We do have some very pressing tasks. Well, that being the case, I think I'd like to stick around a bit longer if you wouldn't mind having me. Best to keep an eye on things until you're ready for a little trip.
It could work.
I don't think anyone would object. If we're gonna make it home, we'll need a good name for the place. The Marrows is a wee bit off-putting to visitors. I believe that's the idea. Any suggestions? Marrowhold. Huh. You humans sure are creative. I suppose it's to the point.
Huh.
I like it, Alden. Marrowhold it is. Now I'd say we've all earned ourselves a good night's rest. Let's take the time to settle into our new home. That's the end of that chapter. That was fun. A little different from what we've normally faced. Not terribly challenging, but I guess would be fun to see how quickly you could do that with your party. One of the things I was thinking about recently about this game is what would be the best way to speedrun it? And one of the things I thought about was like just maxing out all of the sliders at the campaign customization screen where you can change the difficulty to just like give yourself more gold, more XP and such, and then just solo the game with Alden since he has 1-2 range. But that battle kind of puts a dent in that idea because like Alden would not be able to stand up to him for very long unless he had no chance of getting hit, at which point that would be pretty easy. But I don't know, just something that I've been thinking about lately because I'm curious. But that was fun. So chapter 17 will be in the next episode. Thank you for watching and have a good one.